Buck 50 on the highway doing willies. Free my brothers independent speaking village. From the band crew, so we on the village. Half acre, mad paper, skyscraper. With a bad bitch, shit, she a ass shaker. Landscaper, deep roots, pancake. I tell the bitch I'm your father, Darth Vader. It's obvious, I party with a lobbyist. Weed is from Jamaica and the white is from Colombians. Old bastards sipping the old fashioned. Black horse will bury me in a cold casket. Stay large, put it in the cabinets. 16 bars, I murdered the whole alphabet. Rappers on the payroll, rosters on the savages. Vegetarian, just tell me where the cabbage is. No swine, haters, I ain't got no time. Slow grind, shorty at the crib and it's go time. Hennessy sipper, oh my god, this shit is silly. You ain't gotta call me kid, you just gotta call me Illy. When I pull up to the spot, this shit is silly. Buck 50 on the highway doing willies. Free my brothers in the pen, meet willies. From the van crew, so we on a grizzly. When I pull up to the spot, this shit is silly. Buck 50 on the highway doing willies. Free my brothers in the pen, meet willies. From the van crew, so we on a grizzly.
Day one, no change, that's my bro Illy. Still cold, still feeling, got the pinks in me. 160 on the highway, one Willie. Feeling like a champion, I'm a Meek Millie. Go and check your facts, bro, dog, I get silly. Don't mean shit, tell me if it ain't the grizzly. Been on that killer shit since a toddler. You ain't really wildin', see me out there, no stylers. Straight rider, and if you ain't really know my homies ain't getting it, I ain't getting shit though. It's one squad, one world, one guard, go off. Don't stop till you become a boss. Say what you wanna say, that is not my concern. You can't bring me down, all I do is fucking earn. Still learning, still burning, no bricks and snaps, still working. My hustlers, where y'all at?
When I pull up to the spot, this shit is silly. Buck 50 on the highway doing willies. Free my brothers in the pen, meet willies. From the van crew, so we on a grizzly. When I pull up to the spot, this shit is silly. Buck 50 on the highway doing willies. Free my brothers in the pen, meet willies. From the van crew, so we on a grizzly.
Can you believe it? World War III. Could it possibly be World War III? Could Donald Trump have started World War III? It's very disturbing because Iran joins Russia and China in joint naval exercises beginning Friday. Well, that happens to be today. So you got Iran, you got Russia, and you got China doing naval exercises together. And you've got Israel and you have America attacking Iran. This is not good, people. China, Russia, and Iran are conducting joint naval drills beginning Friday in the Indian Ocean and the Gulf of Oman amid heightened tensions in the region after the Trump administration withdrew the U.S. from a landmark nuclear pact with Tehran. The military exercise is scheduled to begin through Monday. This is on Market Watch, this article, are intended to deepen exchange and coordination between the navies of the three countries. This is not good. This is the New York Post. This is not good. A Chinese Defense Ministry spokesman said Thursday. He went on to say that the exercise was a normal military exchange. Bullshit! Sorry. I must be catching something. Between the three countries and was not connected to the regional situation. That's kind of unlikely. The Gulf of Oman connects the Arabian Sea with the strategic Strait of Hormuz, through which about a fifth of the world's oil supply passes, and the Persian Gulf, which leads me to believe that this is about oil. This is about oil. Did you think it was about weapons of mass destruction? This is about oil. 1/5 of the world's oil supply passes through the region that everybody right now is trying to protect. The U.S. accused Iran of attacking oil tankers in the waterway in May and June in an attempt to disrupt global shipping channels. I want to know what you guys think about this. I'd love to know what your opinion is on this. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for joining here on your Friday night. I typically don't come live at these times, but this is one of those situations that could really alter the world as we know it. Iran, China, and Russia coming together to potentially start World War III with America, Britain, and whoever decides to be on that side versus the other side, which has been in prophecies, will be the beginning of World War III. This is scary stuff. Iran was also blamed for an attack in September on an oil facility in Saudi Arabia. Iran has denied those allegations. The U.S. ramped up its military presence in the Middle East and sent missile defense systems to Saudi Arabia in the wake of the attacks. Tehran is participating in the joint operation because it would stabilize security in the region and bolster the fight against terrorism and piracy, said Aboldazi Skechari, a brigadier general and spokesman for Iran's armed forces. The U.S. reimposed economic sanctions against Iran in 2018 when President Trump withdrew from a nuclear pact the Obama administration had brokered with Tehran and other world powers in 2015. This is not good. Iran is joining Russia and China in joint naval exercises beginning today. How you doing, Floor? What's up, Ross Fleming? How you doing today, buddy? How you doing, Jamie? How are you doing, Shano? Zanny Socks, how you doing? What's up, Jay? What's up, Josh? What's up, Game? Let's see your guys' messages. Let me get into some of your guys' messages here. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's get some more likes, people. Yeah, let's smash that like button. We're late and we're interactive, and I want to know you guys' opinions on this. Is this the beginning of World War III? Do you think this was a good move by Donald Trump? There are people within America saying that nobody was discussed. Nothing was discussed. It was just an attack just happened. And the whole world doesn't necessarily agree with that. And this is breaking news that's literally trending everywhere. Right now, airstrikes are targeting Iraqi militia reported north of Baghdad in Iraq. This is live. Like literally live from The Guardian. So this war is real. This is not just like talk of a war. This is a war. Like this is a real war. And if Russia and China back Iran to protect the oil, don't kid yourselves. This is about oil. Right? Or am I wrong? What do you guys think? Zanny Sock says people will be smoking up ACB, LOL, green gold, baby. Yeah, well, I guess in the time of war, people will be smoking more cannabis. It's true. It's a very good point. Jay says, I'm from and live in New York. New York Post is a joke. Josh says, we're no longer dependent on Saudi oil. It's not so much about that as it is state-sponsored terrorism. Well, let me guys ask you guys a question. What was it about in Iraq? It was about oil, right? Or am I wrong? I don't know. I'm just being honest. I just want to know. Like, let's be real. Let's not lie, right? You guys want to talk about state-sponsored terrorism? Sure. But at the end of the day, is it not about oil? Is this not about oil? Let's be honest. Let's just be honest. This is the Rich TV live show. We are live and interactive. We are sending children. We are sending kids. We're sending young adults. We're sending adults. We're sending men and women from all over the world are going to go now to the Middle East to fight this war. And don't kid yourselves. This is a live, ongoing war right now. This is a real situation. A bad situation. Trump is taking credit for this. Trump says Iranian military leader was killed by drone strike to stop a war, warns Iran not to retaliate. Iran has already come back and said they will retaliate. The question is, what will they do? What can they do? President Trump told reporters, this is from the Washington Post, President Trump told reporters Friday that the United States had killed Qasem Soleimani, one of Iran's top military figures, in a bid to stop a war. The president, speaking at his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida, urged Iran not to retaliate. We did not take action to start a war, he said. The targeted killing of Soleimani, a powerful figure among forces aligned with Iran throughout the Middle East, dramatically increased tensions in the region and caused the U.S. outposts and personnel to brace for retaliatory attacks. This is not good, folks. The attacks also upset global markets and sent oil prices shooting upward, as well as gold. The U.S. Embassy in Baghdad warned Americans in Iraq to leave immediately. Wow. This is very serious. If you are in Iraq and you are American, you better leave immediately. This is very serious. The Pentagon said that it will deploy 3,500 additional troops to the Middle East after Iran vowed to exact severe revenge on the United States for the drone strike that killed Soleimani early Friday near the Baghdad airport. Iraqi militias allied with Iran had been harassing U.S. forces in Iraq in recent weeks, including an attack on a base that killed a U.S. contractor. The United States had said that Soleimani was killed as he was planning new attacks that had Trump ordered the attack. Trump ordered this attack. So this is very serious and tension is growing. I believe this is about oil. Now, I'm not a politician. I'm not an expert in politics. I'm not an expert in war. I'm not an expert in American or Iranian politics. I just know that this is about oil, in my opinion. And Iran happens to be in a place where strategically Mr. Trump feels that he needs to position himself. Now, is it just about stopping a war? That remains to be seen. I'm a humanitarian person. I do not like war. I do not like death. I do not like confrontation. I'd rather us all get along as a world and have everybody get along. I have no idea what level of terrorism and, how that all works. And I honestly don't know. I just know that World War III is not going to be good for anybody. It won't be. It can't be good for anybody. And I'm concerned. This is the news that is trending everywhere. This news is literally trending everywhere. Like, this is the way we started 2020. So there's been a lot of talks between Trump and Iran over the years, and there's been a lot of threats back and forth. This is the first time that Trump has actually acted, and it's going to be interesting to see how Iran will retaliate, if they retaliate, and how America will then retaliate to those potential attacks. Let's read some of your guys' messages. Matt says, all these guys need to start smoking some reefers and lay the F back. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is pretty serious, guys. I don't think this is a joke. This is a pretty serious situation. It's a very serious situation. And it's going to affect the stock market. It's going to affect everything. Like, this news is trending everywhere. This news is trending everywhere. This is big news because a lot of people are saying that this could be the beginning of World War III. Right here. This is why World War III is trending. Literally, World War III is trending. We're only 3 days into 2020, and already the world is literally burning around us. First, there are severe bushfires that continue to ravage parts of Australia, and now World War III is trending on Twitter and Google. Wow. My goodness. World War III. World War III. That's scary. It's really, really, really scary. I've never been here for a world war. I hope not to be here for a world war. In my eyes have never seen world war. I don't want world war. I can't see how that's going to benefit any of us. I'm concerned about it. And I think that this is a very real concern. If you're wondering why the term has been popping up on your timeline, you're not alone. And no, it doesn't refer to the release of a new video game. It has to do with, like many things today, US President Donald Trump. The trend was sparked after Iranian military leader Qasem Soleimani was killed on January 3rd in a US airstrike at Baghdad's international airport, which is today. This happened today. This is how fast things can trend in 2020. The strike was carried out at the behest of Trump, who claims that Soleimani, a top Iranian general who headed the Iranian Revolution Guard's Quds Force, was planning to attack Americans in Iraq. The strike was aimed at deterring future Iranian attack plans, per BBC. For those who don't know, aka most of us, the Quds Force is the most elite and covert unit of Iran's military branches and focuses on military operations outside of Iran. The strike came only days after protesters attacked the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad on December 31st, 2019, an action that the Pentagon says was approved by Soleimani amid heightened tensions between the two countries. In Iran, the general, who was considered the second most powerful man in the country behind the supreme leader of Iran, has been heralded as a heroic national figure by many. But both Soleimani and Quds Force have been labeled as terrorists by the United States and held responsible for the deaths of several U.S. personnel in the country. This is from Flare. So essentially, the U.S. killed the Iranian equivalent of Vice President Mike Pence. In response to the killing, thousands of Iranian people took to the streets in protest, and Iran has vowed harsh retaliation against the United States. The strike has been criticized by several world leaders and some officials in the White House, including House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who has just a hate for Trump, who claimed that Trump pretty much went wild and enacted the strike without authorization or the consultation of Congress. It's a decision that could have serious repercussions for the United States and its military personnel stationed in Iran, and some politicians fear that it could lead to war between the two countries. This is a tweet by Jagmeet Singh. The U.S. actions in Iran have brought us closer to another disastrous war in the Middle East. The Prime Minister needs to act quickly and with other countries to de-escalate the situation and not be drawn into the path that President Trump is taking. Whew, this is big. This is starting to get legs. It's going to get legs. It's a lot to digest, but people who aren't taking the time to thoughtfully digest this very significant international info, people on the internet, since the news of Soleimani's killing, people on the internet have pretty much not taken the issue seriously, instead posting tweets that joke about being drafted into World War III and make seriously racist insinuations about Iran. This gentleman here saying, "We pulling up in Iran after getting drafted to World War III." And making memes suggesting that dying in World War would be better than living through 2020. Whoa. When you saw that WW3 is trending while you still have so many dreams to accomplish, when you remember that you want to freaking die already and World War III is the perfect opportunity. Whoa. That's some deep stuff, man. And pretty much making a joke of the whole thing. Ha ha ha, yo. Me listening to Justin Bieber's new song while waiting for my draft letter, World War III. Yo, man. This is nuts. I don't know, guys. Love to know what you guys think about this. Let's get interactive with this. I think this is pretty intense. Isa Akpada Petra says, most likely a third world war. It looks like this could be a world war that is starting because, man, the thing that concerns me, why is Iran, Russia, and China doing naval exercises together? That is extremely concerning. Leaders against Trump attack. World leaders against Trump attack on Iran. Let's see. Here we go. World leaders largely condemn the deadly U.S. drone strike on an Iranian general as this is from Business Insider, as a dangerous escalation, while the UN says move is likely unlawful. So this is Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and U.S. President Donald Trump in Israel in May of 2017. A host of world leaders, including from Russia, Turkey, and several European countries, condemned the U.S. drone strike that killed Maj General Qasem Soleimani, the powerful leader of Iran's Revolutionary Guard, late Thursday. Wow. Whew. Iranian leaders promised forceful revenge against the U.S., and Iraqi leaders said the strike violated the country's sovereignty and international laws. The United Nations Special Rapporteur for Extrajudicial Killings said the attack most likely violated international law, in part because the U.S. hadn't faced an imminent threat, and the strike killed at least 6 other people. This is big, guys. Breaking international laws. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who has long treated Iran as an existential threat to Israel, praised President Donald Trump's move. This is nuts. This is nuts. Agnes Callamard, the United Nations Special Rapporteur for Extrajudicial Killings, condemned Thursday's attack, arguing that it most likely violated international law, in part because U.S. hadn't faced an imminent threat and the strike killed at least 6 other people. This is an issue. Outside the context of active hostilities, the use of drones or other means for targeted killing is almost never likely to be legal, Callamard said. Wow, look at this. Iranian leaders reacted by promising forceful vengeance against the U.S. His departure to God does not end his path or his mission, but a forceful revenge awaits the criminals who have his blood and the blood of other martyrs last night on their hands. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, said in a statement. An extremely dangerous escalation. This is big. European leaders have long opposed Trump's escalation of tensions with Iran, beginning with his decision to pull out of the 2015 Iran nuclear agreement negotiated under President Barack Obama, and have urged the U.S. to exercise maximum restraint with regard to Iran. This is crazy. On Friday morning, several European leaders called for de-escalation. The cycle of violence, provocations, and retaliations which we have witnessed in Iraq over the past few weeks has to stop, the president of the European Council, Charles Michel, said in a statement. Further escalation must be avoided at all costs. Federica Mogherini, the former European High Representative for Foreign and Security Policy, called the U.S. strike an extremely dangerous escalation. The German government called for diplomacy to avoid a dangerous escalation, but said the U.S. strike was in response to a series of military provocations for which Iran is responsible. Look at all the people in protest. Look at this. This is very serious. I think this is very serious. Justin MacArthur says, if this allows me to buy shares of GM and Ford Motor Company and huge industry stocks, got to take advantage of that. But on the negative, this is horrible for mankind. Yeah, you know what? I'm not thinking about the markets right now. I'm thinking about mankind. But yeah, I don't think that the markets will... Yeah, they went down today, but I don't think that typically the markets do well in times of war, historically, which is weird, but it's true. So I don't know how it's going to affect the markets, but I'm more thinking about humanity and the lives that will be lost. And the American soldiers and the Iranian soldiers and all the other soldiers, the Israeli soldiers and soldiers from all over the world that could potentially get involved in this. Zany Sock says it's always about money. Effed up, man. No, I know. Justin says guys in control forcing average people into war and death. It's shameful. The people in charge won't step foot there. Of course. Would you? Would you want to step foot in a war zone? No. I don't want to go to war. I don't want my son going to war. I don't want my daughter going to war. I don't want my friends and family going to war. It's scary. That's what it is. It's plain scary. I've never seen war in my life. Growing up in Canada. Never seen war. Ever. So this is scary for me. I'd love to know what you guys think. If you guys agree with me, if you guys disagree with me, do you think this is no big deal? Do you think America just goes in there and takes care of business? Or does Russia and China step in to help Iran? That's where it becomes very interesting. I mean, look at all these people. These people are very serious. These people to me look very serious. Josh says, back then it was for sure. The world has changed a lot since then. Matt Vieno says, it's all about oil. That's what I'm thinking. Is this about oil? And then if it is about oil, who would want to step in there and deal with this? Who wants to make this their problem? Nobody. Nobody wants to make this their problem. But this is a problem. This is a very serious problem. Like, this is everywhere. It's all over the world news. This is a serious problem. It's a very serious problem. RD says USA went from biggest oil importer to biggest exporter in 4 years. Trump is hitting back after they hit the US embassy. Yes, exactly. So they hit the US embassy and now he's retaliating. RD says, watch the Iraqi news. The Iraqis seem pretty happy about this. Ross Fleming says, this is serious, no joke. Lucky's Cut says, gas prices. Well, oil has actually jumped on this. Check this out. Oil jumped. Oil jumped. Let's take a look at the price of oil. So oil had a nice little bounce up here on this news. Retracted a little bit, but it's been climbing up and showing a lot of strength. All the indicators are pointing, especially the stochastics and RSI right here, pointing straight up. RSI is pointing kind of up. The CCI, it was climbing up. It's kind of turning down here, but looks like they obviously had a really big day. If we go to the 5-day chart, you could see they had a huge jump right here on this news. So I think that it's all about oil, if you want to know my opinion. But I mean, I'm just one person, right? Pancho says the US has always wanted to attack Iran, Rich. Yeah, and you know what? I have a lot of friends that are Persian, and some of them are saying that this had to happen because they needed to get rid of some of these evil regime. But I'm not a political person. I don't know what's really going on in Iran, so I can't really speak on it. I'd love to know what you guys think. I'm just giving you guys what I know based on what's in the news. And obviously the news is always going to have one angle or another, right? I'm trying to be objective here. I just want peace. I don't want anyone going to war. I don't want anyone going to battle. I don't want anyone dying. I don't want anybody getting killed. I don't want innocent young people from all over the world fighting over oil. And I definitely don't want World War III. But right now, World War III is trending on this news. And that's a fact. Scott Garnham says, Clinton attacked Iraq to delay impeachment. You think that this is a plan to delay impeachment? Pancho says, first was Iraq and now Iran. They have always wanted to do this. Yeah, it's possible. You know, this is why I want to be able to speak with you guys to get your guys' opinion on it. RD says, World War III, yeah, right, haha, don't believe the hype. I hope not, but this is trending. World War III is trending. Matt Viano says, World War III will last over 20 years if it happens to pass the upward power to other countries than what we have today. Pancho says, US just woke up a bear, man. Russia is also gonna back Iran. Well, that's what I'm saying. Russia and China. If Russia and China back Iran, this will be the beginning of World War III. Now, from what I heard, Trump has a reasonable relationship with Putin. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if it's real. I don't know what's up. But I thought that they have somewhat of a relationship. But we'll see. RD says, I thought Putin and Trump were tight. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. But who knows? Maybe Putin's just playing him. Who knows? Pancho says, Putin isn't tight with Iran. Well, yeah, they're working together. Look, Iran and Russia and China are doing joint naval exercises. What do you think that means, folks? This is I'm putting it all together for you guys as good as I can, man. Let's see if we can search it. Iran attacked. Will China and Russia back them against USA? Trying to see if I can find any articles about Russia, if Russia or China are going to back them based on this. Oh, you guys gonna make me pay for a subscription just to read this article? Come on. Scott says they'll split the oil. RD says CNN and MSNBC is pushing World War III BS. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if they keep pushing it, does that mean it's gonna happen? Let's see. CNN. See what CNN's saying. This should be interesting. Here it is. Look at the picture. Wow. Live updates. Look at this. U.S. soccer suspends training camp in Qatar. Oh, yeah, this is going to be really intense. Like, the United States is not going to be able to do anything in the Middle East. So this is big news that's trending everywhere, guys. Look at this. Analysis: Iran could retaliate with cyber attacks on the United States. Don't think that just because you're in America that you could not be affected, or even because I'm in Canada that I can't be affected. This could potentially affect everybody, especially if Russia and China do decide to back Iran. That's where this becomes really crazy. Look at this. Mourning and celebration across the Middle East. Interesting. There were furious protests in Tehran, with some demonstrators holding signs that read, "Down with USA." Whoa, it's not good. Elsewhere, there was celebration. Iraqi anti-government protesters held demonstrations in Baghdad's Tahrir Square, with some clapping and flashing the V sign for victory. People in Syria, look at this light. Look at the way these people are living, man. People in Syria also celebrated the news, with some handing out candy next to signs that say, "Thank you, Trump." One wall mural in Benish, Idlib, read, "Qasem Soleimani to the dustbin of history." Airlines have suspended some flights in and out of Baghdad. Some context: the airstrikes ordered by U.S. President Trump killed at least 10 people at the airport, according to an official at the Iraqi Ministry of Defense. Bernie Sanders and Ro Khanna announced legislation to block funding for war with Iran. This is CNN, guys. This is what Donald Trump calls fake news. Iran has already appointed a replacement for Soleimani. This is the new face. So this is the new guy that's stepping in. In an interview with Iranian state-funded Press TV, Sharif said Soleimani's death will further strengthen this resistance front and will not halt the struggle of Muslims against Americans and the Zionists. In fact, it injected new blood. Wow. This is CNN right now talking about this. A lot of people call CNN fake news, including President Trump, but like, this is literally live. This is crazy. Poncho says, U.S. has always wanted to attack Iran. I feel bad for poor innocent people involved. I know, and I have a lot of Persian friends from Iran here in Vancouver, and a lot of them are actually celebrating this because they're saying that they need to get rid of this evil regime. But others don't like it, obviously, because they could have family affected. I mean, it's a scary situation. So it's really deep-rooted, and I honestly don't know what all the answers are to this, but it's a pretty intense situation, that's for sure. You can see here the price of oil is going up, and there's a lot of people saying this is about oil. You know, a lot of people are saying this is about oil. You know, the stock market was down today. So a lot of things are being affected. Iran doing naval exercises with Russia and China. That's what's worrying me. That's what's got me worried. But, Trump is saying he's not doing this to start a war, so I hope he's right. Zany Sock says Trump doesn't need permission. As the president, he can declare war up to 30 days with zero approval. Poncho says, so sad, man. We can never live in peace in this nasty world. Yeah, man. Can't we just all get along? PB says, you do realize these MFers have bombed the Saudis, have been murdering their own protesting people, supporting the embassy attacks in Iraq. Yeah, like I said, there's obviously a reason for all of this. I'm not here to pick a side. I'm not here to say one side is right and one side is wrong. I'm not a politician, okay? I just want to create a platform where we can talk about it and everybody can get their opinions. I just want to have a safe world for all of us to live in. And if there's bad people, we definitely need to work together as a world collectively to get rid of the bad people that are hurting innocent people. But if this is about oil, that's a whole different conversation. And then if you're killing innocent people and risking innocent lives for oil, well, that's just a different conversation. And there's a lot of people that believe this is about oil. Because a lot of people are saying that when America went into Iran, they were doing it for oil. And when they went into Iraq and they said it was for weapons of mass destruction, which they never found, they went in and now they took over all the oil in Iraq. So are they planning to do that in Iran now? We'll see. Josh Cook saying leftist major media pushing this narrative. Danny says ratatata. Jose Rodriguez says, what do you think is going to happen with the cannabis sector? I think the cannabis sector is going to just continue to grow, but there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. And right now, I'm more focused on the global environment. And one thing is for sure, people are always going to be smoking cannabis. People will always be using CBDs. People will be drinking cannabis-infused beverages. People will be using hemp product. So from that perspective, hemp and cannabis and CBDs, edibles, are recession-proof. Poncho says, time to shift your money into bonds, guys. I am moving my pension into fixed bonds. Thank you, Poncho, for sharing your strategy. RD says, Iran needs a swift kick in the ass. Look at how they treat their people, women. Yeah, like I said, I'm not here to judge how anybody treats people in their country. I've never been there. I have friends that are Persian and they tell me things. I'm going to keep all of that out of this. I'm not here to pick sides or anything like that. I'm Canadian. I'm sure there will be Canadians that will go to the region in one capacity or another. I just want to see people living in harmony. I don't want to see war. I don't see how any of us benefit in this situation. But that's my opinion. However, if there are bad people that are hurting people that need to be eliminated so they don't go and hurt other innocent people in their countries and other countries abroad, then I think the world should work together to eliminate those evil people. I really do. But is it about that or is it about oil? Love to know your guys' opinion, please. Cherish It says, I hope Canada takes no part. Canada will back America. They always do. So Canada will back America, and I assume we're going to hear something from Prime Minister Trudeau if we haven't already. Has he responded to this? Trudeau on USA attack on Iran. So, no response yet from Trudeau, apparently. Look at this. Iranian Canadians dance, cheer, and celebrate death of top general in Iran. So like I told you guys, they are actually celebrating this. But those are the people that are in Toronto that are from Iran. What about the people that are living there? How do they feel right now? RD says, I hope Canada joins Iran. Yeah, well, you know that's not going to happen. And Canada's not going to go join Iran to fight the US. Like, are you serious? Pancho says, we need to let countries deal with their own internal issues. I am sorry. Even since they took out Saddam, sad to say, there's always instability. Yeah, well, there's always going to be instability in a region where people feel like they have had their entire countries destroyed. Have you guys seen what has happened to Iraq? The entire country's been destroyed. They used to be a beautiful country. Now it's just rubble. So, people are not going to like that. The quality of living has diminished dramatically. Dylan Fraser says, Canada is peacekeepers. Yes, we are peacekeepers. That's true. But we will be there in one capacity or another. Guaranteed. Pancho says, U.S. wants instability. RD says, Canada will do what they are told. That's true. Canada will do what they are told to do by the U.S. Josh Cook says, Canada look at ISIS recruits as sick people that need help. Other countries deem them as criminals. Josh Cook says, Canada can't be taken seriously with Trudeau running the ship. Wow, you guys have a lot of messages. I'm trying to catch up to you guys' messages. Sorry. Wow, you guys have a lot of messages here. It's crazy. Yep. Iran will consider this act of war. So this is pretty big news, guys. Iran is essentially saying that this is an act of war. Lucky Dog says, there will be no war. No war. Sorry, guys. Not going to happen. I hope not. I hope not. RD says, didn't Canada pay an ISIS fighter that killed an American medic $10 million? I have no idea about that. RD says, Trump did the right thing. Hit them before they hit us. Lucky Dog says, Trump did a strategic hit on a guy who was killing American. Iranian does not want war. Iran does not want war. Cuck Lord says, imagine thinking Iran could invade the U.S. No, Iran won't invade the U.S. But if China and Russia back Iran, that's when this gets really hectic. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Dylan Fraser says, they will never touch America. No, Iran is not going to be able to go into America. RD says, Iran can't even take over Iraq. Mr. Big Man says, there will be no war. I hope you're right, Mr. Big Man. Josh Cook says, Iran's overrated. Well, remember, it's not just America. You also got Israel, and Israel's got one of the biggest and most powerful, most intelligent militaries in the world. So I'm sure they're going to be able to do a lot of damage themselves, and they're probably licking their chops to do this. Cook Lord says, Iran cannot invade the U.S., but can kick it out of the Middle East. I don't know about kicking them out of the Middle East, but they definitely can make their lives a living hell, for sure. Lucky Dog says news about UN seizing guns from US citizens more worrisome. Savage Domi 2K says, you know what's funny? The idiots speaking on World War III, they have no clue, just stupid. Pancho says, what about civilians? Poor civilians. Yeah, civilians are the ones that everybody forgets in the time of war. Not just the fact that they're going to die in the middle of friendly fire, but the fact that their country is being destroyed. I've never seen that with my own eyes. I can't even imagine what that's like. But this is intense. This is breaking news. This is big news. We're watching CNN right now. It's literally trending everywhere. And my fear right now is that Iran is joining Russia and China in joint naval exercises. That is getting me concerned, guys. What do you guys think about that? U.S. sent 4,000 troops. It's going to strike first. Mr. Big Man says, it's war on the streets every day, nothing new. Rouse says it's a full alert. Cook Lord says, Iran is the next target for U.S. imperialism. That's what a lot of people are saying. RD says, time to watch Halliburton. Sky Blue says World War I started because of assassination of Archduke Franz. I don't know about y'all, but this shit could be serious. Yeah, I think it's very serious. A lot of people are saying that World War III is coming. And a lot of people are saying that World War III is trending. And this is a serious thing. Look, the World War III is trending. Let's go. World War III. Let's type it. World. Look at this. World War III. Look. It's popping up everywhere. World War III. Everywhere. Like this, I think, like, this is very scary, guys. This is very real. Like, yeah, look, everyone's talking about World War III. This is intense. Like, these are literally like live updates, like by the minute. Like, look at this. This is like minute by minute updates, guys. Minute by minute updates. So this is like all over the world. Oil is going to go up. And I have a trading academy and I'm trading gold and I'm trading oil. And both gold and oil have been on fire. Check this out. It's crazy. Gold is just flying. Look at this. Gold just flying. Just flying. Like, this is where it was yesterday. 2 days ago. From 1519 to 1552. Like, this is absolutely outrageous. And gold being a safe haven is where everyone's putting their money, because in times of war, nobody knows what the hell's going to go on. They're going to put their money in gold. And the other thing that they're doing is they're buying oil. So this is big news, guys. And then you start looking at Iran doing joint naval exercises with Russia and China today. You think this is like... Is this already planned? Like, are these guys planning this? What do you guys think? Mr. Big Man says they will most likely use the oil in the reserves to keep the prices low. Yeah, so far the prices are low. But the price of oil in the markets has started to climb. How about that CanTrust news coming? Yeah, I'm waiting for that CanTrust. But you know what? CanTrust has been running here quietly, so under the radar. Josh Cook says the U.S. has been watching Iran since the Bush era. If the U.S. goes after them, I'm sure it's for good reason. Yeah, and I'm not saying it's not good reason. I just don't like to see war. I don't like to see innocent people die. I don't like to see countries get destroyed. But if there are evil people in this world that are hurting others and imposing their will on innocent people, something needs to be done about those people. So, there's a lot of different opinions, and that's why we're live and interactive and we're talking about it. Cook Lord says they don't need a justification. They can use the attack on the U.S. Embassy anytime. Yeah, I guess that's the justification. Pancho says maybe this will increase revenue in the Canadian oil sands. It's possible. Cook Lord says U.S. Embassy attack is a bad justification. Mr. Big Man says mainstream news is not always real news. Well, let's go to BBC News. Let's go to BBC News. I'm going to have to close some of these because I got too many things open here. So BBC News, this is obviously not in America. So, boom, front page news. Once again. And they're pushing that Trump was doing this to stop a war. So Trump is not asking for war here. Not on the BBC News. Let's see. Trump, World War III. Sky Blue says World War I started because of assassination. Josh Cook says avoid mainstream media. Lucky Dog says this is all about Obama, Brennan, Clapper, Comey, Clinton, Pelosi, etc. RD says Russia and China ain't going to do nothing in McGregor's voice. Yeah, no, this stream is live. This stream is live. This stream is definitely live. We are live. We are not pre-recorded. We are live. That's why I'm able to take your questions. If I wasn't live, I wouldn't be able to take your questions. Lucky Dog says, Ukraine, hotbed of corruption, and it is all out. Watch OAN. Gulinari in Ukraine interviewing judge. Something big is going down, and it's bigger than World War III. Yeah, it's almost as if this is already planned, the way it's coming together. Because when I started seeing Iran have naval exercises with Russia and China, That's what's been prophesized. That the China and Russia and Iran would come together and fight against the Western world for World War III. This is in the prophecies. This has been prophesized. How can you keep saying that it's not live? If it wasn't live, how would I be able to answer your questions? Like, are you on another planet, bro? Seriously. Kevin Naranjo says, I don't know, but Iranians in Canada were celebrating something in Toronto. Not sure what happened or why, but people are happy. What's going on? It's because of the attack by President Trump on one of the largest military personnel in Iran. Mr. Big Man says, no war, get some sleep. I hope you're right, man. Cuck Lord says, probably will be war. They killed Iran's best general. Yeah, and they've already appointed a new general. So, they've already got another guy in place. And that didn't take them long. This is the guy that got killed. Right here. Qasem Soleimani is the man who died. It's pretty big news, guys. Kevin says, damn, this means Trump getting a big portion of votes from Americans' Mid-East people. Yep, that's a part of it too. Great point. Great point. Cook Lord says, we all know generals are important. Pancho says, get ready, guys. They want to steal all your pension money. The market's going to crash. Cherish It says, Rothschilds runs it. Trump is the puppet. Lucky Dog says, no, Trump is no Rothschild puppet. Toronto sucks. Live there nearly. Shot on Bloor Street. Bunch of Somalis fighting. Yo. Listen, man, I'm from the 6. I love Toronto. I'm born and raised Toronto boy. I always love Toronto. But, there are better cities than Toronto. But Toronto's a good city. I think Toronto's actually a great city. But there are some better cities, and there's definitely better weather in lots of places. That's why I don't live in Toronto anymore, because I couldn't handle the winters. The winters absolutely suck. Cook Lord says, people think China and Russia cannot do anything. China's got over 1 billion people. They can do a lot. And Russia's powerful too. You put China, Russia, and Iran together, that's pretty scary. I don't know, man. That's scary. That's some scary stuff. Yeah, man. I just want to see peace, man. Yeah, I live in Vancouver, and I'm just a lot of mountains here, and I don't get the really cold winters anymore, and I don't think I could ever go back. Just trying to read all you guys' messages here. Kevin says, probably living on the wrong side of Bloor West. Cherish It says, if this is real war and Canada's a part of it, guess I'm going far north. Yeah, like the Northwest Territories. Just go deep into the cold. Isa Petra says, why do those in power want war? Kevin says they fund it. Yeah, it makes me wonder if this is all planned, you know? This is all just a plan. And it's already been prophesized by a lot of people, so maybe it's coming to fruition now. Pancho says Iraq has never been the same. Libya has never been the same. Syria has never been the same. Now they're going to do it again. I hope not, but it's possible. Cooklord says Iran won't let that happen. Nor China, nor Russia. Bradley Cooper says Canada is a force with a great military background and reputation. They won't jump in unless Britain or British influence happens. However, there won't be a war, I hope. I hope you're right, man. Pancho says, sounds like you get some pretty good internet connection in the middle of nowhere, lucky dog. Zanny Sock says, we have more guns than people in the U.S. Good luck coming to our homeland. No, I don't think that they're going to go into America. RD says Trump could cure cancer and the media would still go after him. Zanny Sock says, got my AR ready to go. Cooklord says, and assuming China and Russia destroys the U.S. Navy and manages to land the U.S. is royally effed. Yeah, that would be really something ridiculous. Ross Fleming says, Iran, Russia, and China, that's scary. Look, they're doing joint naval exercises. That's no joke, man. That's real. That's real. Why would they be doing that? They're planning something. Why would they be doing that? RD says, Trump has got the left defending terrorists now. Haha. Cooklord says, guerrilla warfare or insurgents could be put down by planes. Andrew Kittle says, time for you youngsters to be drafted. That's scary, man. Cherish It says, Pancho, if they go to war, best believe you will get hit. Lucky Dog says, rumor the United Nations is hiring U.S. citizens to disarm Americans. Any more news on this, guys? That's crazy. Frankie B says, there will never be World War III. I hope you're right, Frankie. Andrew Kittle says, Gen X here. Angelo Edwards says, revisiting U.S. oil and pipeline stocks like CEI, I have a feeling they're going to explode. Oh yeah, we need to take advantage of any movements in the markets. Pancho says, new year, new decade, new beginnings. Let's all just treat each other with respect. I wish all of you a safe and happy new decade. Yeah, me too, man. This is a weird way to start a new decade. RD asks, who builds the drones for US? Bradley Cooper says, Torontonians are at war every day. Have you ever driven on the 401 or 400 at 3 p.m.? Oh, man. I do not miss driving on the 401, man. Pancho says, LOL, Toronto isn't so bad, guys. People all around the world want to live here, but can't because it's so expensive. Yeah, try coming to Vancouver. Zany Sock says, Google Trends, look up World War III. Google Trends, crazy. Dylan Fraser says, I'm in tilt. Made bank twice. Good job, Dylan. Bradley Cooper says, from Toronto, and yeah, expensive is right. I agree, man. Cherish It says, I love Toronto. I'm on the Keel Strip. I've never had problems. Yeah, I mean, Toronto's a great place to live, let's be honest. It just gets really cold in the winter. And really hot in the summer. Lucky Dog says, Don Valley Parkway, first time I ever drove a car. LOL. Pancho says, so am I, cherished, born and raised, go Leafs go, Raptors go, and let's go Blue Jays. Gotta love the championship city of Toronto. The 6th, the home of Drake. And the championship NBA champions, Toronto Raptors. The one team that's not in America that won the NBA championship last year is the Toronto Raptors. It's true. Bradley Cooper says the Keel Strip. I'm in Scarborough, Vic Park, and Danforth. I'm from Dundas and Dufferin, but I spent most of my life in Mississauga and Etobicoke. I went to Silverthorne Collegiate High School, and I went to John G. Althouse for junior school. Isa Ray says Ontario selling 2.0 finally. Woot woot. Let's go. Poncho says, yeah, DVP, it's crazy. Good thing I work from home. Man, I remember when I got onto that 404 and I paid for it and it was rammed. And I was like, oh my God, I'm paying to be stuck. That really sucked. Poncho says, haha, that's funny. Of course you're live, bro. Yeah, if I wasn't live, I wouldn't be able to read your questions live. Just think about it. Yeah, we are talking about World War III. Just getting through all you guys' messages, man. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for joining late night. Are we on the verge of World War III? This is the question. And right now, Iran is joining Russia and China in naval exercises as of today. That's concerning. That's concerning me. What do you guys think about this? Look at all the people. This is all over the world. This news is trending all over the world right now. Right here, right now. Poncho says, hey, Rich, we were +7 in Toronto today. Bro, winters are getting warmer. Global warming, bro. Yeah. Vancouver is nice, but it's even more expensive than Toronto. Isa Ray says, Trump is a slave to, what was that? To Russian mafia? What's going on? Isa Ray says, Trump is a slave to his Russian mafia affiliates going back to his real estate days. Watch Trump ties to Russia by Black Story Intelligence. Yeah, so what's up with him and Putin then? Andrew Kittle says Saudi Aramco went public when it did for a reason. No guarantee Trump gets elected, who is married into the Israeli family through his daughter. Iran won't be allowed to have a nuke, so there is 1 year. Lucky Dog says, I had a studio in the Orient building, Bathurst Queen, top floor, perfect view of CN Tower, Royal Bank, back in the day when I was a commercial photographer. Does anyone know of Mimi still there? David K says, banker wars for the elite, petrodollar, political, and greed. Hopefully this doesn't escalate to something huge. I'm worried about the Iran, Russia, and China naval exercises. That's really concerning me. David K says, banker wars for the elite, petrodollar politics, and greed. Hopefully this doesn't escalate to something huge. I think it is. Zany Socks for a $2 donation. Thank you very much, Zany Socks. I appreciate you, man. Bradley Cooper says, Mimi's isn't there no more? Barry Dringle says, what was that? Barry Dringle says, Trump will smack Trudeau with a blackjack in his teeth. The world tension is escalating. This is what I'm trying to show you guys. Like BBC, everything on a world news is talking about these airstrikes. Every single channel. It's live updates. Everyone's talking about it. That's why I had to come live. Tim420 says the Democrats' reaction is going to get them voted out of office. Raptors suck. The Raptors are the NBA champs, man. Why are you hating? Why are you hating on the Raps, man? They're the world champs, bro. Why are you hating on the world champs? Barry likes the strip clubs and the falls in Canada. Well, the strip clubs used to be way better. The falls is pretty cool. Bradley Cooper says Russia and China and Iran are just creating a smoke show with these Navy exercises, just a muscle show. I hope you're right, man. But it's been prophesized that they're all going to come together and fight the West for World War III. This could be their opportunity. I mean, they're doing naval exercises. I don't know if it's just by. I don't think it's just to just save face. I think there's something to it. Cleveland in the house. Good to see you, Cleveland. All right, guys. I want to wish you guys a fabulous 2020. Hopefully, we have a safe 2020. This is breaking news. I just wanted to go live with it, see what you guys thought about it. I think it's crazy. I'm concerned about it as a parent, as a father. As a human, I'm concerned about humanity. I'm concerned that innocent people are going to die, and we are all brothers and we are all sisters, and we're all together here on this world. I wish one day we could all work together to help each other make this world a better place, a safer place, and a happier place. I am scared for our future. I am scared for our present. I'm scared for what tomorrow looks like. I just really hope we can find a way to de-escalate the situation and have a normal 2020. So I wish you guys all the best. Have a great Friday night. Thank you guys for joining. If you guys haven't smashed the like button, please smash the like button. If you guys would like to join my trading academy, learn how to trade oil and take advantage of this, learn how to trade gold, take advantage of this, I'll have a description down below of this video. If you guys would like to comment or subscribe, guys, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. Every time I go live about anything that's trending, you will get notified. And thank you guys for being here. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for being a part of this live stream. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. You guys make this the greatest YouTube, this greatest streaming platform in the world, and you guys are the greatest community. It doesn't matter what we talk about. You guys are always here. You're always willing to join the conversation, and I really appreciate that. If you guys are not winning, you're not watching, this is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live talking to you about the war in Iran with America, Israel, and Iran, and Iranian top commander Qasem Soleimani, who was killed in a strike at Baghdad airport today, Friday. Thank you very much. Have yourselves a great day. Make peace, not war.